John, everyone's been coming back to pre-season training, including the under-18s, but we had some good news off the pitch with the Catch-Up Cup.
That's correct. It's been a difficult time, I guess, for younger age groups, particularly under 15, 16s, who would have been preparing for GCSEs or, should be at school. And so since March, we've connected with Your Favourite Teacher as an online platform that our lads can use to do some educational work online whilst at home. So they come up with this great scheme or initiative, like the Catch-Up Cup. 16 professional academies, all entering teams across the 15-16 age groups, and there's a couple of bits that are involved. One is like some on the pitch activities around skills, whatever else, and players can upload that on the Instagram account and get goals. And the second bit is the more formal academic work that they do online, and we're really delighted with the approach our players have taken. They've got through the initial quarter-final stage against some very strong academies, and now we're in the semi-finals against Brighton. So, it's lovely to be proud of what they're achieving off the pitch, as well as some of them guys are also training with the under-18s at the moment on the pitch.
It's easy for 16-year-olds as a whole to sort of put education to the side and focus on other things, and particularly when they're footballers and they're just driven to be a footballer. So you must be really delighted that these are taking their education seriously.
I think I have to acknowledge the work that the club, even before I joined, and Simon Dwight and the emphasis and importance placed upon education. All our second years that we discussed previously maybe didn't get the success on the pitch. They all got really strong academic qualifications and have got great options for this coming year. So it is important to us. We feel that there's no reason why you can't be an outstanding footballer and an outstanding, individual who wants to learn. And it's that learning bit. They may not get all the most amazing grades. That's fine. It's them getting the best that they can for themselves, both on and off the pitch.
And they only have to look as far as the first team with George Williams, a kid who left the academy and went and done his education at Loughborough. He's been joined by Finn Brennan, who's gone there this year. So there is role models for these academy players to look at. There
are, and I was talking actually for Jack Davis about it as well. And Jack's just signed a professional contract and was saying education is still, a fundamental and a foundation for him in terms of everyone's career ends at some stage, and it's strange to talk to a 70-year-old young man signing the first professional contract about the end of his career. But all players will come to the end and they'll need to do something different at that point. So the more, more rounded you are as a person and not so dependent upon one particular thing, such as football, knowing that the numbers are incredibly challenging for anybody trying to have a career. So the education pathway lends itself to all sorts of careers.
You must be, as an academy, you want to create good people as well as good footballers. You see the under-12s walking around the place, they always come up and shake everyone's hand who's wearing the MK Dons gear.
Well, they don't now because of COVID, but no. But you're right. No, but there's. I think we are conscious of the culture we're trying to create, and it comes from Russell and Pete at the top. We want an environment that is safe and a learning one, but with real discipline and focus about what we're trying to achieve. Both again, like on the pitch as professional footballers. That's the ultimate aim, which we're here as an academy and as a club to function and produce footballers. But we can also round them off, and I'm a big fan of education. I've got twin kids myself. They both end up with different qualifications and different levels of attainment, but really try to support them and ensure that they got as much opportunity as possible. And I think education provides that. You
mentioned earlier in the interview that you've had a few of the under-16s training with the under-18s. How important is that for their development?
It's enormous. In a short space of time, Russell has opened that doorway up really through taking. He's got 5 or 6 of the scholars up with him. We then are in a games program for pre-season and a training program where it's lovely to be able to open up opportunities to. We've got 3 under-15s in. We've got maybe 6 or 7 under-16s. We've got a trialist with us as well, and then we've got our first year and some second year scholars training with us. So again, that's great for the club. It's great opportunity for the younger ones, but I have to acknowledge that the older ones really, and it's the same with the first team players with our academy players. There's real camaraderie. I'll spit it out. Camaraderie, but amongst the group, and Jack again spoke about it. Jack Davis spoke about I think Louis and Bailey really taking him under their wings and showing him the ropes, and that's important. That Harry Riley, as a second year, does that with someone like Zane Olbrus, who's an under-15. So I'm really pleased with how pre-season's going and the culture that's developing within the group.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.